So, oof, we're here. Ooh. You know what? You know what? Since we sitting here, matter of fact, hold on. Since we sitting here, let's go over something, shall we? Hold on. All right. So let's since we're here, obviously we're not just gonna sit here and be boring. Let's go down the lineup, shall we? So rounding out the start of the grid for this race at Daytona International Speedway, be 80 laps, 200 miles on this 2.5 mile circuit. Well, speedway, you know what I mean. Anyway, starting off the grid, we've got Tomato in first, Drake in second, SP in third, Ardeni in fourth, Mole in fifth, Crimson Sniper in sixth, Irie Pluto in seventh, Dusty Stud in eighth, VFL Hack in ninth, High Road in 10th, Ito Arkeni in 11th, Flash in 12th, LRS in 13th, surprising, Alex in 14th. Here comes Mr. J in 15th, Brad in 16th, and Peyton in 17th. So got a nice good field for this race. Let's look at the points standings here. So we have the up-to-date point standings too. We're not even behind on the times with this one. So leading in playoff points right now, at least for the cutoff. Right now we have Mole in front, but if we want to look at the bigger picture here, you have Crimson Sniper who's on the cut line. So he likely may not make it. We'll see how that stacks up. But we have Kenny, Load Broke, Alex, Mr. UTR Storm, Flash Champ, Hack, all those guys that I'm naming before Crimson, all those guys are fine. So, as we approach the line, it looks like they're about to start this off. Honestly, this race, I'm just gonna enjoy this one, so I hope y'all do too. I may not talk as much as I did the last time, but I will talk here and there, give updates if anybody gets loose, but mostly just gonna enjoy this one. So, as they approach the start finish line, I believe we are about to go green flag racing. And they are off. 12 with a really good start off the line. And that would be Drake. And Drake will lead going into turn one. Be honest, all the drivers are shuffling around trying to find the line. Some guys on the inside, some guys on the outside. They're trying to find which line works better for them, especially off the start here. Got two cars actually already falling back a little bit in the opening lap. That's a little surprising. Hopefully they can catch a draft here, or they may get left behind. And who are those two back there? That's Peyton is one of them. Kenny is another. And that looks like LRS as well. That's, wow, okay, in stage one. All right. So far, no incidents. Nobody's really gotten loose. You know, that's a good thing, though, up to this point. You know, it keeps things rather chill. I mean, this guy's bumping around, bumping each other a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. So that's always a good sign of good, clean racing. So quickly, I'm seeing what looks like two packs forming here, but then again, could change here. But you got a front group, you have a back group, and then you have kind of a straggler group in the back. But that front group is all over the place in terms of they have two lines, and that will slow down the outside line at least, unless they have a better run out of the corners. That back group is more of a single file line. They're actually kind of working more in tandem with each other. Alright, so I've returned, and oof, Nothing much has really happened here. Let's go back up to the front of the pack. Who is currently over? Drake has fell behind. How about that? Wow. Okay. So who's currently leading? That looks like Dusty and then SP on the inside. So that'll be interesting. You got the 3 and the 1 in the tandem behind them, backing up each one of them. So that makes things very interesting. Dusty trying to kind of force him down here. Oh, wait a minute. Are they slowing down? Did we get a caution? I think we did. So I'm not sure who got around. It's not. Here comes. There's another car all the way in the back. That could be Hack. And got a car down pit road that's Peyton. So I think we had an incident in the back. LRS as well. It's like a couple guys might have been involved in that one. Well, it looks like probably gonna have pit stops here, especially with everybody lining back up single file. I don't see any reason why everybody wouldn't pit, but you know, hey, um, so that's surprising because I don't think the stage. I'm pretty sure the stage didn't end, so I don't think we ran that long that way clean. So like I'm pretty sure, pretty confident that somebody wrecked. I was away when it happened, which I feared would happen, but it ended up happening. So we'll have to deal with that. Um. Well, as everybody comes down pit road, I'm gonna kind of stay quiet, let the pit stops happen, let that figure itself out. So, as everybody comes out of the pits, you have Dusty in first. Looks like SB in second, and then I believe that is Tomato in third. So that's the top 3 guys coming out of pit road. So, pretty good stuff from them. Drake, who started in the front, is now in 5th. So not he didn't really fall off. He's still in that upper 5. But it would be preferred, I'm sure, by him at least, to be in a higher position. At least that's my observation. But, you know, hey, never know what these guys might be thinking. But it looks like everybody's trying to catch up, getting themselves situated. I believe at the line we'll see a point of decision on whether they want to take the top or the bottom. I'm not sure, but I think SP has kind of already made his decision on that. Then again, no, I'm not sure what's happening here. It's a gaggle of something. Actually, no, they are making their decision. So SP decided to stay with Dusty and go on the high side. Tomato will slide up to the front row, and he'll be on the bottom with the 24 behind him. All right, that's an interesting development. I mean, I get the idea, and I think at Daytona the high side is not a bad idea. I'm still new to this, so you know it's so I'm not ruining the experience, but hey, I think in terms of chemistry, it's better for those two at the top because they're more in sync with each other, if anything. So we'll see how that pays off, especially if they get a good launch off the line. And I think Dusty got a really good launch. SP stayed right with him, and he's alongside Tomato, so He had a really good start there. Guys in the back on the outside actually had a not so good start. Alex did not get off the line as fast. The 19 had a great start though. He had, I wouldn't say great, but he had a good start. Was able to at least fight it. So while everybody else on the outside fell behind, SP and Dusty had a great launch that kept them right up at the front. Tomato slides up on the outside, leaving the 24 to have Drake draft with him on his bumper. You got the 6, the 18, and I think that's one other car back there. The 9 slides down to the bottom to help out there. Tomato's going to try and make a run on the inside with the help from the 24 and the rest of the company, and I think it's going to work. So that's what a decision there. It paid off though. All right. So we're gonna watch from the front. I feel like this is probably the best view of anything. You can see all the stuff going on behind, but we're just gonna let this one play out here. Probably gonna slide up to Dusty, so we get a view of the whole field as Tomato kind of slots back here. All right. So we're just gonna kind of watch this for a little bit. I'm just gonna let this one kind of play out. Enjoy the show. Oh, rocket science, but I think somebody just died in the back. I looked down at my phone for a second, and all hell breaks loose. Okay, so okay, clearly I can't divide my attention. Are they racing to the line? I'm not sure. I thought that was somebody who got spun out in the back. Yep, that was LRS, but it could just be one car, so they may not slow down. We'll see. Yep, it was only one car, so they will remain green flag racing. Oh, we have contact. 18 gets sent down to the bottom below the apron. He comes sliding back up onto the track. Cars are checking up a lot here. I think we might see another accident. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good. Cars are swerving in the back, but they keep it somewhat clean. So in the end, despite everything, it works out, I guess. SP fell back a little bit. Not sure what happened, but the field is already dividing up pretty well into different groups for drivers. You got guys in the back, you have a group in the front. Fortunately, LRS is kind of a straggler at this point, but everybody else is kind of have their own little push groups here. You got a front group, which has Drake, the 24 of Mole, Tomato, and a couple other guys, with including Alex and SP, and then you have that secondary group, who's got Crimson, you got the 18, you got the 3, the 99, of course, Crimson, you got the 27, and then you have Kenny at the back of that line. So we'll see how that shapes up and stacks out. But I guess it's back to watching to see what happens. What in the world is going on? Okay, so the 24 is in the grass. I guess he's starting a lawn care service. All right. That's something I didn't expect to see. You know, it's all these one cars incidents, so I don't think we're gonna get a caution unless it's more than one. Actually, no, High Road is out. He is not gonna. Is he out or is he just in the pits? Honestly, I can't tell. I think he may be out of the race entirely, which is unfortunate. Well, that sucks. I was actually looking forward to that one. So I guess it's a free spot though for LRS to move up a little more. I'm not sure if the sprint has happened or the end of the stage has happened or not. I don't think it has. Pretty confident it hasn't come yet. But they are running good up to this point. I haven't seen any indication. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. SP Harnsel, cars making contact. Dusty. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a caution. Oh, without question, that's a caution. Oh God. Okay. All right, boys. Way to keep it interesting. Was just mentioning it was all cool, and then that happens. All right, good job, guys. Yeah. So that will bring out what I believe is the second caution of the race. So how about that? All right. Well, two cautions, and I'm not sure if we're even out of stage one. Frankly, I probably should look. I just don't know where to look. We're just letting them go in circles, and I'm just hoping I'm somewhat accurate on the timing here. In fact, let's see if I can find somebody's alive. Let's confirm my theory, okay? Let's confirm that. Hopefully, I'm somewhat accurate. Alright, so it would look like, from at least one of the driver's POV, frankly, it doesn't tell me any fucking laps left. That doesn't help. Ugh. Great. That doesn't help my case at all. um, this isn't good. Okay. I'm assuming when they pit, it will tell me. I'm hoping it does because actually, I I think they're at the end of the stage, towards the end. That might be why they're not pitting. I think they're gonna try and sprint it out. I'd assume. We're gonna see in a second here. How many laps are left in stage? Oh, 7 laps left in stage one. So with the way their tires look, they could go without the stop and be fine. So I think that's what's gonna end up happening is they're just gonna run it till end of stage, especially with the caution, saves the tires. And yeah. So we'll see how that stacks up, man. It could lead to some interesting racing. Whew. Boy. Okay, so they're lining up. That matter of fact, gonna be surprised. So UTLR Storm, the big boss, he is on leading on the outside lane. All right. We'll see how the start stacks up. But I believe Mo has control of this. The cars are stacking up here, waiting for the starter to take off. And Mo will have a fantastic start. Alex gets on just a little behind, but not too much. So he will probably try to slide into fourth. There's a little bit of a gap between the 6 and 12, but that gap may close quickly. So he's probably going to be left out back here on the outside, along with the 48 and the 18 behind him in tow. Where did I put my controller so we could change speed? Ugh. Hey, LRS is trying to work his way back. I'm assuming that looks like the teammates are all three in the back, so I think they're going to try and just work together here and make something out of nothing. Tomatoes in second, pushing Mole. They're having a good job with that. Drake right behind him. Drake has slowly but surely made his way back up into that contention. He is in third. So, it'll be very important in stage 1 points here. So, see how that plays out and works itself out. But we shall let this one play out, and we will just watch from the side. Oh, car got loose. Oh God, car in the wall. Oh, okay, no collision, but that was a scary moment because we came down. That could have been bad. But it looks like everybody's trying to just get single file line here. Mostly just a race for track position. It's only 4 laps left in this stage. So I mean, really, you don't have to risk trying to kill yourself here, especially if you're looking out on the inside for stage points. You can either kind of push it a little bit, especially if you're more at the front, you might be able to get away with it. But if you're at the back, I see no point realistically because the risk of you losing out on points, especially if you're fighting for a playoff spot, is huge. I mean, most of the guys are locked in. I think it's really just one spot left, but even then, that one spot is, I think, make or break, really. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so finishing out stage one. I'm gonna be completely honest in my opinion. I was talking, didn't realize my mic was muted. Like I said before I realized, slow moment. I feel like Mole made a late move there. Maybe it's just bandwidth on my end, but that looked like a late move. I mean, Tomato had a run, and he just kind of pushed him down to the inside a little bit, costed him another spot. I mean, he's locked into the playoffs, but still. I mean, come on, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. Anyway, we're about to start stage two, and we shall see how stage two stacks up. Starting in the back is Dusty, and starting in the front will be Mole. Mole and SP, actually. So how about SP making his way back up there? But SP gets a really good start off the line, so he will slide up pretty quickly into first. How about that? Oh god, contact in the back. Oh, 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 oh no, oh no, oh no. Huge collision in the back. Several cars are collected. That's definitely going to be a caution, but they're going to race to the line. So we'll see how that stacks up. That looked like at least 3, 4 cars, and unfortunately, LRS and Dusty were involved. So LRS's long day just gets a little bit longer. That is very unfortunate for him. But it is only stage two. He can make that stuff up. So it's not completely out of the cards for him, but it definitely just made his day a lot more frustrating, I sure assume. But I think that be SP who will get to the line first to cut the stage down. So he will lead. So good job to him. But with stops coming up, I'm sure everyone is going to pit. That I'm confident of. So we'll see how things stack up after the stops. So I will have to take a phone call. I will be back, but enjoy the race. Most definitely on UTLR Live. Oh, I had to pause my phone call for that. So contact in the back. I think that's gonna be a caution. Well. That is something. So who leads? Matter of fact, call it crazy. Does the 27 lead this race? It looks like it. Either he's just getting out of the pits or he's leading this race. I'm not sure. But if he's leading, how about that from the Project 27 car? That's surprising, but also very good for them. So there's that, but I gotta get back to this phone call. Hey, my fault, man. I've missed the fucking I missed the finish and everything. It's been a rough couple fucking minutes. Not even a couple, dude. I've been gone since like stage two. I've been trying to keep up best I can, but you want to invite everybody else, please? So who? Hang on. Bring me a little up to speed here. So Dusty, yeah, I figured as much. So Dusty won by .01 over who? Jesus. Okay, well, son of a bitch. All right. You know, it's funny, LRS. Stage one or start of stage two, I was like, you had plenty of time to turn this around after the shit show that was stage one and like early two for you. But anyway, let's get on with these interviews. Welcome back everybody to UTR Live. I'm your host Yeti. Was away for a little bit, but unfortunately we missed the end of the race. Unfortunately, because I had to step away. But we have updates on the finishing. So apparently Dusty won by .01. So crazy finish. He edged out Peyton. So that's surprising. And then LRS got third. But let's get on down to the interviews. We're gonna start with our third place finisher, Mr. LRS, aka Luke.
Hello, Yeti.
How you doing, man? How you feel, man? It was a long race here. You got kind of screwed over at the beginning. You know, you had your little moments. But talk to us. What was the turnaround? What changed things?
Yeah, I feel like I was involved in every single crash to start the race, like you said. We tried that new package tonight with the low draft, and in my opinion, I feel like the same guys up here, all three of them, will tell you the same thing. I feel like the low draft was really fun. It made it hard to race, but it also made it more competitive. The top side was fun. I tried to work with the top side, and it worked. And then when we got towards the end of the race, I worked together with SP, obviously, because he's my teammate, and Dusty. He's just very reliable and trying to join our team, trying to get that 47 to join Petty GMS Legacy Motor Club. And we just tried to work together. I called an early pit for us, and it worked. We came out as the leaders somehow, and we probably could have finished 1, 2, 3 there. I was trying to push SP to the outside of Dusty so we could block all the lanes. But it just didn't work out that way. Somehow I still finished third. I think Tomato might have got into a wall and it checked everybody up. So yeah, I mean, good race overall. Great teamwork from Dusty, myself, and SP. Shout out to Peyton, by the way, in his first ever start, getting a really, really good finish. Probably could have won that race. I mean, it was really close. If I didn't come up with the push, he probably would have had it. So overall, really fun race. Thank you guys for having hope in the low draft, everyone in the league, and thank you, Yeti, for broadcasting. It was really fun.
All right. So, to our second place finisher, and also good job to you, LRS. Hey, in the Project 27. That's a bad man right there. So, talk to us, Peyton. How do you feel after a very exciting start? Your first start.
It was a good race. Just needed help at the end a little bit more. Then that push definitely gave Dusty the win. It was just post battle. It was fun. Low draft made it fun.
Well, it definitely seemed like everybody was enjoying the low draft setup. I will say it did bring for some very interesting this strategy calls and decision making, as well as brought out some very interesting caution flags. But congratulations to you, man. Did Project 27 proud. Every time a new Project 27 guy comes, it's always something interesting from what I've seen. So congratulations to you on the second place.
Sir, thank you.
Now to the man of the hour, Mr. Dusty Stud. What a nail biter. How about that? I know your heart must be going a million miles a second.
Hell yeah, that last coming off the floor, I was yelling at our LRS's push.
Man.
Without teamwork, I don't think that was gonna be Peyton's win.
Well, I think you owe LRS a beer or something at least. Something. He did you a huge favor, man. That's some big shoes he filled for you. But
Yep.
man, let's talk about this, man. I mean, coming into the closing laps, you were towards the front. You had your teammates with you essentially. So tell me, how did that play into decision making? Like, how did that play into your decision making going into that?
LRS had the sorry, my controller died. I'll say LRS had the race winning pit strategy, was able to pit earlier than everybody, and with everybody stacking up in the big group, we were able, all three of us were able to just keep knocking time off, and then when they finally came out the pits, we had the undercut pretty much secured until the end, but you know, still got the dub.
Okay, I mean,
Shout
let me
out to
just say-
SP, shout out to LRS, you know, shout out to everybody who was on the top side. Shout out to everybody.
Shout
It
out
was
to
a
the
good
whole
race.
Legacy Motor Club.
Yeah, shout out to everybody.
That was very good. But I want to talk about it. So Legacy did kind of have a little bit of a rough race. Y'all were involved in several incidents. I saw you kind of get in a couple incidents. I think SP was involved in one. I know LRS was involved in at least two of them. So at the start, y'all definitely had y'all numbers called out in those incidents. But what a turnaround for that. I mean, y'all definitely showed that y'all are one of the top teams in terms of just teamwork, synchronization, game plan, all of that. Y'all made that happen. To Peyton, I mean, for you to come in your first start on a new package that they had just implemented and to steal second, I mean, that shows something very special.
Oh, I'm used to the low drafts.
Oh, then you were the SVJ of the situation here. All right. Yeah.
I'm used to
So
that
now-
from the other league I run in. They run every track on low
would
draft.
that would make a lot of sense. All right. Well, we had an exciting finish here at Daytona, which Daytona always delivers. That's one thing for sure on this 2.5 mile speedway. But we have to bring this to a close. So, do we have any final messages from any of our drivers before we close this up? Yes, no, maybe so.
Roll Tide. That's it.
I want you to interview
Oh,
SP. I want you to give SP an interview. Even though he finished in 6th place, he probably should have
Damn,
finished
SP.
second.
All right, SP, let's talk to you. Come on into the booth. Make sure your audio is included. Yeah, make sure that's included.
Okay.
All right, Mr. SP. Little gutted for you, man. Heard y'all had a great strategy planned and things just at the last second didn't pan out the way they were supposed to. But y'all as a team did phenomenal. So talk to me. How does it feel from a teammate standpoint to see your guys do as well as they did, as well as with your own race?
Well, Luke's the best strategy person out here. I know I'm Mr. Strategy, you know. I make very bold strategies. Luke makes very constructive strategies that end up working in the end. I just make bold strategies that either help me out so much or make me really bad. So, went with Luke's
SP
strategy.
plans.
Oh yeah, SP strategy. I've been doing it a lot this since we came back from the shutdown, and I've been really trying it out. I've been trying to test out how it's going to work in the playoffs and what will work, what will not work. And I'm going to take what I learned pretty much the last 2 months, and I'm pretty much going to apply everything I learned. I'm going to apply that to with the playoffs. Now I kind of know what I'm looking for and all that good stuff. So I got a lot of intel, know what I'm going to do. The playoffs start next week, and man, Sonoma. I'll get to that in a second, but I want to give a shout out to Dusty and Luke. I mean, those guys, I mean, I can't ask for better teammates. I mean, those guys were on the high side. We were ripping that thing. Us three, 1, 2, 3. We made a very bold pit strategy, and it worked out. We took the lead, and we didn't look back. I should have stayed with Dusty. I don't know why I tried to make a move. Obviously, Dusty's not running for the championship and cup, but so a win means a little more to me. But you know what? I wanted Dusty, me, or Luke to win. I told Dusty and Luke, I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make sure we get one of us in victory lane tonight. And I'm so happy we got Dusty in victory lane. He's not going to be able to run cup, I don't believe, starting next week because the playoffs start. So we'll see what happens. But I want to give a shout out to everyone watching the stream, everyone who has been raced here maybe earlier in the season, or people looking to join the league. Great league we got going on here. UTLR, very well built league. We got a lot of organization here, a lot of great racers, a lot of great competitiveness here. It's great. And as far as Sonoma next week, I'm gonna have some fun. That's my best track. Looking to kick off the playoffs strong at Sonoma at my home track, and we'll see what we can do there.
All right, man. Well, congratulations to our podium finishers. I think we've covered just about everything we need to cover. Matter of fact, no, we don't. Actually, I got one more question to Mr. LRS.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so just to clarify, are you in the playoffs, right, or no?
I am in the playoffs.
All right, so going into next week, talk to us.
Yeah.
What's your mentality? How do you feel?
It's Sonoma, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's
so.
I'm really good on road courses, obviously, but I don't like Sonoma at all. So it's my worst. It's my worst road course. So I have to carry the momentum. I feel like recently, SP told me earlier that I was ass in the beginning of the season, and I picked it up recently, and I feel the same way. I was ass in the middle way part through the season, and picked it up coming into this final part. I think I finished top 3 like 4 or 5 races in a row now. So you just got to carry the momentum. That's the most important part. And when you have the guy who dominated the season like Mole struggling, it really opens the door for everybody. And I'm personally excited about that because we're actually going to have a battle for the championship this year.
Okay. Well, you know what? That's a good way to think about it. Plenty of opportunities at stake, especially when somebody at the top is starting to fall behind a little bit. Much room to capitalize, so make a very good point. But with all of that covered, I think we are good to wrap this one up. So, from the booth to you on UTLR Live, this is Yeti, the new one, giving you a good time in the booth, signing off.